All right, this is the episode for you if you struggle to find the perfect gift for your fit friend, your fit girl, your fit person. All right. Now, this episode and this guide is a little bit different. I decided that I wanted to create a fit guide based off of the common struggles that I see women have with getting to the gym. So I've categorized this gift list or this wish list in order of the complaints that I see with women struggling to get into the gym, and essentially the tools that I suggest to sort of like help you push past that resistance. Because let's face it, we all have the best of intentions. A lot of times when the new year starts, we are really excited to start a program. We're usually more excited to start the program than we are to execute the program. So this gift guide is going to solve a lot of the resistance that I see a lot of us have with executing and staying consistent. So it'll at least provide you with the tools so you have zero excuses for the gym. And also it's going to provide the items and things that will keep you prepared for all of the habits necessary to stay consistent. So stick around. I'm also going to have a PDF for you to download that'll have everything linked up for you so you don't have to go hunting and searching. So make sure to check the description box or the show notes. If you're listening to this over, Spotify or Apple or any of the podcast players, it should be in the show notes. On the YouTubes, it'll be in the description. And if you're joining us over on YouTube and I forgot something or something that you thought would be a great addition to the list, by all means, we're a community here, we're a family here. Please plug it in the comments below. I would love to know what you would add to the list as well. So we're going to dive into the gift ideas for the fit woman in your life to, again, help create less resistance for the fit lifestyle. And because my specialty is weight training, it's bodybuilding, it is changing the shape of your body, most of what is on my guide is going to be tailored for my muscle mommies, those that are in the gym lifting the things, or those that want to start that journey. That is what's going to be on my list today. So one thing you will be shocked to not find on my list today is a scale, like a body weight scale. Okay. Nope, we don't need that. We're going to focus on the items you will need to get into the weight room, okay? That is our focus for this gift guide. I want you to feel empowered in your training sessions. I want you to be excited to get into the gym, to work on yourself. And sometimes these little additions on my list will help make the lifestyle easier, okay? So none of this, FYI, is going to get you your fitness results, but it is going to help with the motivation, the consistency to stay focused, and also keep you on track. And that, my friends, is the biggest gift you can give to yourself, okay? While all these things are fun, all these things are great, they don't matter if you aren't doing the work and getting in. So with that being said, I'm going to start with the most important thing first on your list. Now, if this is for yourself, if this is for a friend, a loved one, the most important gift you can give somebody or give yourself when it comes to your health and fitness is accountability. What? I know, right? What I mean by that is decide what your person is interested in terms of their form of exercise. Now, this could be a delicate thing for some people, gifting, personal training sessions or a fitness class or something of that nature. So know your person well, know if this is going to offend them or not. So tread lightly there. However, I will say that personal training is imperative when it comes to executing and lifting properly in the gym. I'm not just saying this because I own a personal training studio. I'm saying this because well before I owned a personal training studio and when I was working 2 jobs and I was a single mom and doing all those things, I knew the importance of hiring somebody that knew the things that I did not know how to do properly. And I wanted to understand and learn and not waste my time. So one of the most important things that you can do in your journey is hiring somebody to help you. Now, if you have a special person in your life and you know that there's something they're interested in or whatever, and it could very well not be weight training, maybe they're into Pilates or maybe they're into, CrossFit or whatever. I'm not here to yuck someone's yum when it comes to their mode of fitness. So know your person and hook them up with an accountability form of fitness. So what that means is they got to show up, they got to go to a class, or they got to meet with their trainer. And that is something that is very overlooked when it comes to people getting their results. They think, I'm just going to join the gym. Do not just buy them a gym membership, okay? Even if you're like, well, boss bitch, I can't afford to go spend, $300, $500 or whatever on a pack of personal training sessions or, some sessions at a CrossFit gym or whatever. I promise you that even if you're only able to buy them 2 sessions, 4 sessions, something like that, they are going to get so much out of that one-on-one or small group or something like that versus if you just said, hey, I got you a gym membership. And if they're not really the type of person that's a self-starter or very motivated, that gym membership could likely just go to waste, right? They're just not going to show up. They're not going to do the thing because there's no one that is there waiting for them to show up in a class time or a personal training session time or something like that. So I'm on my soapbox about this because I see it happen time and time again, especially with New Year's resolutioners where they're just like, oh, I'm just going to join the gym. Like, what does that even mean? You're going to go to the gym and just get on the treadmill. You're going to just get on the elliptical. You need to have some kind of plan and most of the time, some kind of accountability to keep you focused on track and motivated to continue to do the things. So that is the first thing is get them a gift certificate, find out what their thing is, and get it for them. That you'll do them a huge, huge favor. Okay. Now, the next items on my list, I kind of am putting into like little packs, right? Where if you wanted to just get them like a gift pack or something like that of like certain items in a area of their fitness that is really going to help them. I've sort of bundled these into little categories. Okay. So this first one is going to be the food gadget pack of items. Now, I can tell you from doing this for almost 20 years now, I have an abundance of gadgets and gizmos for my kitchen that I've used in my food prep days and things of that nature. And I've narrowed it down to like 3 items that I feel like are very useful, very helpful for the 3 different areas that really move the dial with people and their nutrition, okay? Rather than just say, get a food scale, get measuring cups, get measuring spoons. Yeah, okay, great. Like when you have like nailed down the basics, those are the great next steps to add in. But if you have not done those things, you're not doing a program, you don't have somebody working with you so you can understand how to utilize those things are just going to collect dust in your kitchen cabinets and drawers, okay? So the first thing, and this is something that I live by, swear by, and is probably one of the best inventions when it comes to eating healthier and changing your diet from a very highly processed, high fatty diet to a leaner lifestyle without sacrificing taste is an air fryer, okay? Now, I've linked up a super basic one. I just bought it here for my condo. I've had a fancier one. There are way fancier ones. There are pros and cons to each. This is the one that I use. It's right now at the time of this recording, I think on Cyber Monday was like $67. I love it. It's very, very user-friendly. Air fryer, okay? You will get so much mileage out of your air fryer. Do not be afraid to use that thing. Just start pushing buttons, throw things in there. If you usually deep fry things, try the air fryer. If you usually bake things or, cook things in oil or lots of, olive oil and butter on the stovetop, try doing that in your air fryer with some pan spray, okay? It gives them a little bit of a crisp. It almost feels sinful, like you're, oh my gosh, are we sure this is healthy? Trust me when I say it is a game changer. You can meal prep in that thing. You can cook bulk chicken. I did meatballs yesterday. I did grilled chicken, air fried chicken. There's different functions. You can roast. I know I sound like an infomercial for the Ninja air fryer, but the thing is amazing. Okay. Super, super helpful. an air fryer for your fit friend who is trying to improve their healthy eating. Okay. The next one, I don't know. I just call it a slap chopper because I just slap and I chop food with it. But it is a quick way to chop your veggies, zucchini, green beans, bell peppers, cucumbers, whatever. There's different attachments for it. So you can have different, shapes and sizes to your vegetables. Love that thing. I've put a lot of mileage on mine as well. Somebody gifted it to me, I don't know, probably 2 years ago. But when I'm doing copious amounts of veggie prep, or even when I'm not and I don't feel like chopping, it's just, you pull that thing out. It's super easy to clean, and it makes the resistance to chopping your veggies much less than having to bust out, all the things and have to focus on slicing everything perfectly in the same size so it cooks evenly. This thing does it for you. Okay. Slap chopper. I'll link that up as well. And then the third thing, I'm keeping this list very short and brief because, again, I could list 25 things on here. But again, if you are not advanced in your, your healthy eating lifestyle, and by advanced, I mean, a lot of times if you're a bodybuilder or you're a competitor, you're going to have to get a little more granular with your preciseness with things. It's unnecessary. Just start easy, start basic. You would be surprised at how much change you could make with just these simple items. Okay. So the third thing on this food gadget pack is going to be a water jug. Okay. Now, hydration is one that we see often that a lot of our clients struggle with, is getting in their water. I can't get in enough water. I don't know. I think I drink this much. I don't know. If you're going to start your healthy lifestyle, you want to start improving, all of the things in that area. Hydration is probably the foundational thing that is the easiest thing to choose to work on. Okay. Set yourself a goal with getting in a certain amount of water every day and knocking that out. You would be surprised at how that one domino that you tip with your hydration tips so many other dominoes. Okay. So one fun sort of gizmo or gadget, really not really. It's just a gallon jug of water. They have these awesome new kind of like motivational water jug containers on Amazon. I will link that up for you as well. But it is a gallon jug. Now, does everyone need to drink a gallon? Probably not. They have half gallons as well. So just kind of know where you're at, or know where your person's at with that, and don't overwhelm them if that's something that you're like, okay, yeah, just start drinking a gallon and they just drink soda and coffee all day, right? That's going to be a huge goal for them to try to tackle. It could get discouraging. So know your person, know yourself, and start small, and you can always upgrade later or just fill it up twice. But they have different lines on them that tell you like, it's noon, you should have this much done by noon. By 3, you should have this much, right? So it's sort of metered for you. So, like, shit, it's 3:00 and I have only had, my water up to my noon checkpoint, right? So it kind of keeps you on the hook for your hydration, which I absolutely love. Okay. So that is my food gadget pack. Those are 3 basic things that if you started implementing, which is cooking your foods in the air fryer or meal prepping in the air fryer, using a veggie chopper so you are eating your veggies and not letting your veggies go to waste, because like, who does that? Yeah, I've done that before. And then getting your hydration in. Super important. All right. Next, we're going to move on. Now, everything beyond this is not really necessarily in the order of importance, but I'm just kind of bulking them up for you. The next one I have is a supplement gift pack. Okay. So that's always a fun one, especially if your person loves trying out like new supplements and kind of new things to add into their regime. And honestly, what I have linked up is absolute newbie basics. Okay. Nothing fancy, not 100 supplements you need to buy, just a pack that covers multiple different, I don't want to say issues, but concerns that we see a lot of clients have when they come in, which is dealing with things like not getting in enough protein. They're not having enough energy. They're tired, stress management. They're not covering like their micronutrients because they come from a highly processed diet. So the supplement pack that I have on there, number 1 is a good quality multivitamin. So I have several different brands that I use. So I'm going to link those up in the PDF so you can check it out. But one thing I'm going to tell you is please do not just buy your supplements on Amazon, or going to Costco and just grabbing whatever's on sale and cheap things like that. And that's why I didn't link up 1,000 things, is because I would rather you have 3 or 4 good quality, well-rounded supplements that are going to provide you with all of these sort of solutions, rather than 50 or 20 supplements that are all cheap and all not quality tested, and you're not sure what you're getting. Okay, so first one is going to be, again, a good quality protein powder, or no, sorry, good quality multivitamin. All right, that is going to cover your micronutrients and your minerals. A lot of times you'd be surprised if you deal with mood swings, if you deal with energy crashes, if you deal with female issues even, right? Like blue mood and cramping and things like that. Sometimes you might be deficient in certain minerals and vitamins, like B vitamins and D vitamins and magnesium. Like the list goes on. And some people just think, well, I'm eating vegetables, right? No. A lot of times it's not going to cover your bases. And let me tell you why. Because the way that our vegetables are grown now, the way that they're harvested, the pesticides, all of the things there, the soil. I mean, we can go on and on about how our food is created and made now. And also by the time it gets to you and then you cook it, you're cooking off sometimes and killing off a lot of the goodness, right? So with that multivitamin, it's just like when you have car insurance, okay? You have insurance, you pay it, you're like, fuck, I have to pay this car insurance. It's annoying. I'm a good driver. I haven't had an accident in 27 years, but I pay this thing in case I need it. Same thing with supplements and multivitamins. They are a great layer of insurance, and also they start providing results in different little areas that sometimes go unnoticed until you stop taking them. And then you're like, why am I tired? Why am I having a hard time getting up in the morning? Why am I cranky? Why am I this? Why am I that? And you're like, oh shit, I've been out of my supplements for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. And then you're like, I need to have those in consistently. And I like to rotate my supplements. I will take supplement breaks. I mean, that's a whole nother episode, but good quality multivitamin, a good quality protein powder. Two other like fun things to add are something like a protein bar, like Built bars are my favorite. I have a few different favorite protein bars, but I will link up Built bars for you. Those tend to be my favorite. I like a chewy protein bar. It really depends on you or your person. There are some other ones that I enjoy called muscle sandwiches. This is a new one I just found, a little higher in calories, but really, really good, really delicious. Great alternatives to, other junky type foods that people add into their diets. I always hear people like, oh, they're glorified candy bars. Okay, yes and no. There's protein in there, which is going to help you hit some protein targets. And also, they're usually not laden with a lot of like sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and things like that. So they're not just empty calories. It's a great way to curb a sweet tooth. Okay. Something fun that I use often, and I love very, very dearly, near and dear to my heart, which is called Magic Mind. They're little energy shots. They're amazing. They're like little shots of sunshine is what I call them, because they have a whole host of ingredients in them. They have matcha, they have B vitamins, they have cordyceps mushrooms. Plus, there's a lot of stress management ingredients in there that I also love. And the thing with the Magic Mind supplements is the benefits from them improve over time. So it's like once you start taking them, you'll start to notice it within the first few days. But as you continue to take them, the benefits increase. Okay. There's also ashwagandha and L-theanine in there, which are sort of buzzwords right now in the supplement industry because they have been proven to really help with things like managed stress, cortisol, and help with relaxation. So Magic Mind shots, amazing. They're these little refrigerated, I didn't bring them up for the podcast, little refrigerated green juice shots. Take those things first thing in the morning. You will have a nice, steady burn of energy throughout the day. It's not going to cause you to have these like massive spikes, like a 5-hour energy, which is like full of just chemically crap, or like an energy drink. I want to get y'all off the energy drinks like the Monsters and, Red Bulls and things of that nature. So check it out. I will link all that up for you as well. Some of these things I have promo codes for. So those will all be in there for you as well. Okay. Next up, and which is the one that I'm the most excited to talk about because gym girlies love their fits, right? They love their outfits. So this is going to be the outfit pack. Now I'm going to go on about some of my favorite gym clothes, shoes, even down to the underwear, and the hat. Okay. So first thing, few brands that I really, really love. I don't have promo codes for these guys. Sorry, unfortunately. However, if you know anybody at any of these companies, send them my podcast because I would love to give my boss bitches some promo codes. So one that is very budget friendly, I have probably about 6-7 pairs of their leggings, is a company on Amazon called Voyjoy. We'll link that up as well. Now, this is very person specific. I like a butt crack seam that has a tiny bit of rouging. I don't like a massively rouged legging in the back. These have just enough. They kind of like separate the cheeks. We're team 2 cheeks over here, not a unibutt cheek. And they have an array of colors and, style is pretty similar, but they're seamless leggings. They remind me a lot of Gymshark, just much more affordable. And quite frankly, I like the fabric better. So I have, like I said, 6 to 8 pairs of these Voyjoy. They're great. For reference, I'm 5'4.5", about 155 pounds. I wear a medium and they're a little bit baggy. Okay. So even when I'm about, sometimes I fluctuate 155 to 160, they're a little bit, they fit a little bit better. But again, kind of size that accordingly. Love them. They have a little bit of, I don't know that it's intentional, but it feels like some tummy control. So it feels really good. It like kind of keeps you feeling like nice and tight in your midsection. And then your booty just like pops. And they have some really cute like tie-dye colors and things like that. So that one is going to be more cost effective. They were running some really good like Black Friday deals on Amazon. They might have some, going into the holidays. So keep an eye on that. And then the other 2 brands that I tend to wear most frequently these days are Bombshell. I am dying to get a promo code with them. I would freaking love that. If you know anybody at Bombshell, hook a girl up so we can get the boss bitches of the universe a discount code. So love their stuff. Couple of my favorite things from Bombshell are their tiny waist shorts. Again, a tiny bit of rouging in the back, and they have like a really beautiful like V in the front. And it just, if you are feeling good and you want to wear like a sports bra, it just looks amazing on every physique, right? It just kind of gives that hourglass shape. So I love me some Bombshell tiny waist shorts. This tank top is one of my absolute favorites from Bombshell. I love how it comes down. Unfortunately, they do not carry it anymore, or I went on there the other day to just like buy out all the colors, and they don't even offer it anymore, sadly. So Bombshell, if you're listening, bring this one back. It's great. It dries quickly with, cardio and sweat, and it just is very aesthetic if you have a good sports bra underneath. So there's that. And then the third company that I really like, and I would also love to have a promo code for you guys, is NVGTN. That is the initials of the brand. That is also their brand website. But again, they also have sort of the like seam in the booty crack that like separates the cheeks. Really great. Be careful with those. They are good quality. They're high quality, very similar to Voyjoy. I feel like the material is maybe a little bit better quality with NVGTN. However, I have I have busted the seam in 2 pairs of their shorts. Again, for reference, I wear a medium. Same thing with Bombshell, but I busted the seam in those shorts twice. Okay, so much that it created a hole, and I can no longer wear them. The company's been really great. I've emailed them, and they just give me a gift card back for that amount, and then I just go buy another pair. You got to be careful when you put them on. When you put them on, you got to like nestle them in between your butt cheeks. So just FYI, they're great, but you just have to be a little more delicate with those. Okay. Then some other great ideas are sports bras. I tend to not wear high impact sports bras, so I can't really speak to those in terms of high impact activities. But for weight training, you typically don't need a high impact sports bra. I haven't needed a high impact sports bra since my CrossFit days. I don't do any running or anything like that. So I like to just get cute aesthetic sports bras. I will link up. This one is just a very strappy, skinny one. I have, I think, 4 or 5 different colors. This is also an Amazon one, not sure of the brand, but I will link this up as well. And then the next thing, and this is also a public service announcement, friends. If you are weight training, you need to have a flat soled shoe. Now, asterisk, caveat, side note, if you're going in just for an upper body day, not a big deal, right? You can wear your runners, you can wear whatever, you can wear your Hokas, which by the way are god awful looking tennis shoes. Sorry if any of you own them. I know they're for functionality for running. However, when you're training and you go in and do upper body, great. You can wear your running shoes. If you're going in to do lower body, glutes, legs, quads, hamstrings, whatever, get yourself some flat soled shoes. I say this time and time again. I see clients walk into the studio with their marathon shoes on and they're there to do leg day. And I'm like, take your shoes off. Reason being is, I think sometimes when people get into health and fitness, they don't think about their shoes. They're like, yeah, I have tennis shoes. I just have tennis shoes, right? Okay, great. However, if you were going to go, let's say, play, I don't know, soccer, right? You're going to need soccer cleats. If you're going to run a marathon, you want to run in shoes that are going to be able to handle that exercise, which is going to be something as god awful as a Hoka shoe or a specialized running shoe, right? Golf shoes, like every activity is going to have a shoe. When it comes to weight training, it's super important. And I spend some time speaking about this because even for my beginners who are like, well, I'm just getting started, I'm just going to wear my tennis shoes. It can be very, very frustrating for new people in the gym when they do not have the proper shoes on for their lower body weight training. Because if you are trying to learn how to do a squat, even on a Smith machine or a lunge or something like that, if you have a bulky running shoe that is meant for absorbing impact, it is going to be really, really hard for you to balance appropriately. It gets very frustrating. So just trust me when I say this, a flat soled shoe. Okay, some great ideas are going to be something like Converse, which are super cheap, just a flat shoe. And I can hear it already. People are like, those bother my arches. I can't wear them. They hurt my feet or whatever. It's just for your weight training, right? Now, I'm not saying buy shoes that hurt your feet, but a lot of times people say that because they tried wearing them as their daily wear shoes, right? Like just out and about, running around, running errands, going to the grocery store, whatever. Yes, if you're buying new Converse and you put those on to just go do your day-to-day, it can be aggravating if you have any kind of like foot issue. So wear them for weight training. You'll eventually just break them in, take them off when you leave the gym or your training sessions or whatever, and put on something comfy. And then those are just your weight training shoes. Okay. So Converse, another good one is just a flat soled Van. So Vans. And then my personal favorite are going to be like Nike Dunks or Nike Jordans, which are going to be a little more on the pricey side, but I'm dating a sneakerhead. So they just magically appear for me. So that's the perk. Next is going to be gym underwear. Okay. This has been something I have been struggling to find for years, right? The right gym undie. People have sent me suggestions. I've done lots of Q&As on Instagram. I've bought the underwear and I hate them all. Skims are absolutely terrible. They are trash. You put them on and I feel like I could put them on over my shoulders like suspenders. They don't stay in place. They move all over. They're baggy. I went down a size. Even after you wear them and you sweat and you just move, they stretch out and they're obnoxious. Okay. I bought some cheapy, like no-show ones on Amazon, hated them. I am obsessed with the Victoria's Secret logo band thong. That's it. Basic. It comes up high. So it feels like it maybe has a little bit of tummy control. It just kind of keeps everything nice and tight. That goes well with the yoga pants or the leggings and things that I'm suggesting. So love those. And they obviously come in an array of colors. But those are my favorite. I wear a medium. They're perfect. Get yourself some of these if you haven't already. They stay in place. And the other great thing about them is you cannot see them through your workout clothes. Okay. Because I know that's an issue for a lot of people is they want no-show things. At least the pants and the shorts and the things that I have, you can't see them. And if you can, it's not enough for it to be super noticeable or a big deal. All right. The Skims, they were a roly-poly mess. You could see them through my leggings. Absolutely hate them. They need to just trash that style of thong and calling it a workout underwear. Okay. So that's my gym underwear. And then my favorite new, it's not new, but new-ish, is a hat. Now, if you are the type of person that just likes to go to the gym, you don't like to talk to people, or maybe sometimes getting to the gym is like, my hair's a mess, or, my hair's gross or whatever, and I don't want to go to the gym because my hair's gross. Throw on a hat. I got this at the Nike store the other day. It's a medium large, it's adjustable. And I like to wear this. If you see me wearing my hat, is because I need to wash my hair, or I have washed my hair and there's no product in it and I just need to not look like a troll doll. So I will wear a hat, throw my hair in a bun. You could do a pony, you could do a braid, whatever. No excuse to not go to the gym. And also, if you have a little bit of gym intimidation or gym anxiety, it's also kind of like makes you feel like no one can see you, but they really can see you. So again, little introvert hack is wear a hat to the gym and you'll be good. Okay. Next pack is the recovery pack. Okay. So a lot of times when you start a new gym training program, or, you sign up with a trainer or whatever, the issue is I'm always sore. I'm sore. And I can't go to the gym because I'm sore. Well, the protein powder is going to help with that, right? Because you're getting in enough protein to recover. However, the other thing that you can do for recovery is keep these things on hand and use these things. And this will also help with your recovery so you can get back in the gym and stay on track and stay consistent. So the first one is going to be super basic. I love a bath. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm always taking a bath, and it's either a combination of one or two things. It is going to be a bath bomb, which is a great stocking stuffer for your person, is little bath bombs. You toss them in. I like Lush, the store Lush. So I will go in there and scoop some up. They're a little bit pricey, but again, you can run to Walgreens, you can run to anywhere and just grab some bath bombs for your person as a gift idea. But my favorite thing is, if I'm really sore, is to use Epsom salts. Okay. Now, my favorite company that I'm using right now is EP Solutions. And this is made by a fellow bodybuilder. She's a wellness pro. She used to be my coach. And I knew that when she was developing this product, that it was going to be top-notch, chef's kiss. And I wasn't going to just want to go and run and buy like the CVS brand of Epsom salts. And sure enough, I got myself some, and now I just can't buy regular drugstore Epsom salts. Like I can, but I don't want to. But EP Solutions. So with hers, the reason why I love them is because they have an essential oil in them and they smell amazing. And they are magnesium infused Epsom salts, which help with relaxation, which help kind of calm you down, unwind you, get ready for bed, and also help with soreness and dealing with any of that post-workout body stress, right? So soaking in some Epsom salt. I usually do 1 to 3 scoops. It just depends on how sore I am. If it was an upper body day, not super sore, I'll do 1 scoop. If it was a lower body day like I did yesterday, I'm going to be Epsom salt bathing tonight. I didn't get a chance to last night, but it's going to be a 3 scoop kind of night. Okay. So I will link those up as well. I don't have a promo code, but you got to check them out. Support a local bodybuilder who took the time to invest in designing a product that serves our demographic, our people. Okay. Second thing is going to be something as simple as a foam roller. Now, The jury's out as to how effective foam rolling is and does it really work? Is it the greatest thing? It feels good. It loosens up the muscles. It gets some blood flow into the area that is sore. It doesn't always feel the greatest, FYI, but you work yourself into using your foam roller. Now, if you don't know how to use a foam roller, I bet you there are probably thousands of videos on YouTube where you could pop a video up and just lay on your floor and do it along with the video. Okay, so a foam roller is great. They have different lengths. They have different kind of intensities. If you have never purchased a foam roller, never used one, just get something super basic and easy so that way you don't try it once and then decide you never want to do it again because it can be a little bit intense for the first time. And again, if you're buying for someone else, just know that person. If they are a hardcore fitness enthusiast that doesn't have a foam roller, they can probably handle something that is a little more intense with like the knobs and the bumps and all the things on the foam roller that really kind of get deep into those muscles. That's the one I have because I'm a masochist and I love pain. So foam roller. Okay. Then second to last is a Theragun. I don't have one of these, but I think I'm going to ask Santa this year for a Theragun. It has been on my list, and then I don't know what happens. I just was naughty apparently, and Santa didn't bring it for me, but I think I've been a pretty good girl this year, so I might be asking for a Theragun. Now, if you're wondering what that is, it is one of those air pressured powered guns that has a little like knob at the end, and it helps, and you can just kind of self care with the gun in terms of applying it to your legs, your arms, your back. You can even do it like on the soft tissues of your neck. They have different attachments. And this just sort of helps break down any kind of like muscle soreness, any tension, any tightness. Even if you don't work out, these things are amazing. Okay. I've had them used on me in different massage therapy sessions. I've seen different like bodywork providers and they have them and I'm like, I need to get one of these, right? They're great. So a Theragun, they have cheapy ones and they have the super bougie fancy ones. I'll link up the Theragun brand. They have a bunch of different options on Amazon. But like always on Amazon, check the ratings before you purchase something. Make sure that it has really good ratings and reviews. I will link up one that has great ratings and reviews in our cheat sheet for you for the guide. Okay. And then last but not least, and this is a super basic one, but a massage is always a great gift for a fit person who doesn't spend enough time taking care of themselves in the recovery side of things. I know I'm always up for a massage gift certificate because I will use that. Okay. So that's always a fun one. All right. Next pack is the pack for you if you need motivation, right? Motivation is a myth. Motivation is this thing that everyone thinks like I have to have motivation to like do the thing. No, that's like you need to believe in Santa Claus to get the gifts, right? Motivation does not just appear. I am not always motivated. Most of the time I am not motivated, but it is the discipline and the consistency that keep me on track and get me up in the morning to do the thing. It becomes less of, am I working out today? When am I working out this week? It becomes more of what time or when, or what am I doing, right? When I am getting to the gym. So part of these little tools in this motivation pack kind of keep you on track with like focusing on some kind of target or goal, right? So the first one is a fitness planner, like an actual physical fitness planner where you can track your fitness. So whatever that may be for you, if that's weight training, if that is, you can even track, cardio on there. If you're trying to improve your times with certain things on certain cardio pieces. Some of these planners will also have an area where you can like link up, dietary things and get real granular with that. I always say like, don't try to do too much at once. Pick one thing and just track that versus trying to do all the things unless that's something that you really feel like you can focus on and accomplish. But other than that, don't overwhelm yourself, right? So the fitness planner is great because if you have a plan, which you should, going into the weight room, you can just write out all your exercises, carry it with you, put it in your gym bag, put it in your gym backpack. And that way, when you get to the gym, you know what you're doing. So you're not wasting time. You remember what you did the time before. So you can either repeat it, try to improve it, or figure out if it didn't work out and you need to switch it to something else. So that's super important. Do not expect that every time you go into the gym, you are going to remember what you did the last time. Okay. I've been doing this again for almost 20 years in terms of being in the gym and different fitness modalities. And it's only, as of probably the last like 4 to 5 years where I'm pretty intuitive when I go into the weight room and remembering like what my starting weights are for certain things and what my max weights are for certain exercises, right? So this is a great way for you to start getting very on track and structured with your gym time. So you are productive and you are working towards either improving or staying consistent, whatever that might be. Okay, so a fitness planner. Now, I'm going to link up one of my favorites in the show notes. Now, I'm full transparency. I don't do this anymore. However, I don't have any hard and fast body goals or PR goals or anything like that. So I'm in the camp of I'm just maintaining. I'm happy with the amount of muscle I have. Yeah, sure, I could always add a little more ass muscle and I'm fine with that, but that's really the only thing I'm cognizant of when it comes to trying to either refine my technique or improve sets, reps, weight, that type of a thing. So I don't really need an elaborate tracker. So if you are newer to weightlifting, I would say somewhere in the 5 years and under, and you've never tracked before, this is a great thing to add to your New Year's in terms of your goals, right? I'm just start tracking my workouts. You'd be surprised. You'd be really, really surprised on how tracking would improve your results. Okay. Now, another fun thing is a smartwatch of some kind that tracks different things, right? Like they have tracks, it can even track, like mine tracks like how much water you drink, when's your period, what are your symptoms. There are probably 35 functions on my Garmin watch that I do not even use. I use it to track my steps because I sit a lot now. I do a lot more online work than I do personal training in the studio. So I want to make sure that I'm not ending the day with 3,000 steps because yes, that has happened to me. And that is not a healthy number of steps for an active lifestyle. So it tracks my steps. It tracks my heart rate. Those are the two main things I am concerned of in my fitness journey right now. So it is great to have that. If you are just getting started with your fitness journey and you have never tracked your steps or you've maybe just used your phone, a fitness tracker is a great way to start to set some little tiny step goals to get more movement overall instead of thinking you just need to go spend an hour on a stair mill or a treadmill or the elliptical or whatever and just chasing like this calorie burn or whatever, right? I know that I can maintain my body weight if I'm doing between 8 to 11,000 steps a day with my current diet, right? Where I have some fun things on the weekends. I have a few drinks of alcohol on the weekends. I might have a cookie or, a slice of cake or whatever. And I have my fun things and I can maintain my body fat, my body weight, and all those things by keeping my steps pretty relative, and maintaining my usual training schedule, right? So tracking your steps is super duper helpful and important to keep you on track. And it's fun to set little mini goals. I know that Fitbit has a little community where you can join little challenges and you can start little challenges with people at work or, school or wherever. And it's like your little, it's like a little competition, like a friendly competition. And it like motivates you to get up and move. The other great thing about these is that it'll buzz you. Like if you've been sitting too long, every 25 to 35 minutes, I believe it is, mine will like vibrate and it'll say time to get moving. And I'm like, shit, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go get a drink of water. I'm going to go to the bathroom, get out and see some sunshine. And then I come back and work. So that's also a great function of a fitness tracker. And then also the heart rate. The heart rate is one that is great to track as you start getting into like working on cardio and things like that. And working in your heart rate zone. I do a lot of zone 2 cardio, which is probably a topic for another podcast. And that's my MO right now. And so that is another reason why fitness trackers like this are great. So we have things like an Apple Watch, not my personal favorite. There's, again, a lot of excessive bells and whistles that I'm not really interested in. I'm not trying to like communicate with my phone or with my watch to my phone and do all that. So I don't want that. I personally don't like being bothered when I'm working out. So I put my phone on do not disturb. And then another one is a Fitbit, and then I have a Garmin. Okay. So that's also really great. Now, one other thing as far as the motivational pack goes is getting some wireless headphones, okay? Or Bluetooth headphones, so you can listen to music or you can listen to me while you're doing your cardio or your exercise or whatever, and or podcasts or something like that, an audiobook. Sometimes the thing that will motivate me to go to the gym, there have been periods of time that I'm like, the only thing that's getting me to the gym is I'm watching so-and-so on YouTube, right? And I only watch YouTube when I go do my cardio, right? These are like little weird rules that I set for myself. So that way it's like I motivate myself to do the thing, right? It's just like when we give our kids little milestones or incentives to do certain things. We're just big kids, right? So I like to give myself that reward by saving my YouTube videos that I want to watch. And then I know I have something to watch when I do cardio, like this podcast. And that is always fun. The other thing, and you're getting some tips along with your gift guide, FYI, because that's how I roll here for my besties, is I do not listen to my gym playlist when I'm cleaning the house or I'm out on a walk or I'm driving my car. I do not listen to my gym workout playlist when I'm doing any of those things. Reason being is I want my gym playlist to act as a trigger for me to know that I need to do the thing when I get there, right? Subconsciously, my brain just knows, all right, the boss bitch playlist comes on. That's what we're here. We're here to fuck some shit up today, even if we're just doing cardio. So I will link up my Boss Bitch playlist on Spotify. It might not be your flavor. I like to listen to rap and, booty bouncing bitches and twerk and like all this crazy stuff. And then I also like some like hardcore, like alternative rock and stuff like that occasionally sprinkled in there. So we'll link up my playlist on Spotify. Be sure to go check that out if you need a little motivational playlist. And if my playlist is not your flavor, create your own playlist that is just for the gym and name it something fun. And then that way, when you pull it up on either Spotify or Apple Music, you're just like, okay, this is my gym playlist, and just keep adding to it. Anytime you're driving around or when I'm doing housework and I have like a different genre on and a song comes on, I will go to my phone and I'll be like, ooh, put that on the Boss Bitch playlist because I don't want to listen to it right now. This is like a gym vibe, and I will put it on that playlist. Okay. All right, we are almost done. We're rounding out the tools of the trade pack, okay? These are some other tools of the trade for the gym. Now, these are going to be a little more, I don't want to say on the advanced side, but if you have been going to the gym, you've been dabbling in weight training for a little bit, and you're ready to take it up a notch, maybe add some more fun things to kind of like motivate you in your training. One of my go-tos and favorite things are Versa grips. If you deal with forearms fatiguing before your actual muscles do when you lift, if you hate calluses, I know a lot of our clients at the studio absolutely loathe calluses on their hands. This is also a great one. And personally, lifting straps for me, although they're cheaper and a lot of people go for those, are not my favorite. They're kind of cumbersome. They're a little bit frustrating to use at first when you're new. And they're, it could take a minute to like get the hang of it. And there's just like a lot going on with those. Okay. So Versa grips, I don't have them up here for display. However, they just Velcro around your wrist and there's this like flap of leather that comes here and it helps you wrap around the bar. And that way it takes your forearms and your grip out of the equation in terms of fatiguing first. Now, they are pricey. I want to say they're probably close to like $70 on Amazon. However, I've had mine, I think now for probably like 6 or 7 years. I'll have them forever. I'll probably be buried with them, okay? Because they're durable, they're going to last forever. And they're one of those things that if I'm going to go in and train, they are always with me, okay? So this will help your training immensely. You can actually lift heavier, which is great because a lot of times the limiting factor with lifting for a lot of women is their grip, right? They don't have that strong grip. So the Versa grips will help with that immensely. So you have to have that. Another one is if you have issues sometimes with low back, and sometimes your low back fatigues first, kind of along the same lines as the grips. When you use the Versa grips, if you're not using them, your forearms fatigue fast. And first, if you're not using a lifting belt and you're still trying to learn how to not use your lower back, that can also help. Okay. So I'm going to link up just a super basic, Harbinger brand weightlifting belt that you can use, throw it in your bag. It's lightweight. It's cheap. I think you can even toss it in the washer in like a garment bag if it gets gross and sweaty. Super easy. And you can take that with you to the gym. The last one, actually, is this the last one? No, this is not the last one. Second to the last one on the list is going to be the booty bands. Okay, so those are going to be the elastic bands, the thick elastic bands that you see a lot of these like Instagram influencer gals are using. They're nice to have in your backpack or take with you to the gym simply for doing some warm-up stuff, some mobility type things. You can even use them for upper body and shoulders. They have different resistance levels, so you can get light, medium, heavy, those types of things. And sometimes, if you like, we use them with our clients at the studio. If we notice that they have certain things with their form that need to be corrected, they serve as a great mind to muscle tool to kind of help you understand where your body needs to be in alignment. So, for example, if you struggle with squats, just like a barbell squat or even like dumbbells or whatever. And you notice that when you do your squats, your knees kind of cave in. We call that knee valgus. If they kind of cave in a little bit, one way to get you to kind of get into that position and remember to not let your knees cave in is you just get a light resistance band and put it either above your knees or below, not on the joints, and then just externally apply pressure outwards. And then your mind starts to go, okay, we need to push out. We need to push out with every rep. So that's a great way to kind of correct some form things. You're not going to build your booty with booty bands. I'm just caveat that is not what I'm saying here. This is more for warming you up, putting them on maybe to do some body weighted squats or some bridges and things like that. If you want to intensify some of your glute training, you can also use this in like your hip thrusts or hip bridges to use your abductors. So like the outer muscles on your legs or your glutes, to recruit those to actually help with the lifting. That sort of helps you mentally as well, adds a little more resistance. So those are fun. We'll link up some of those as well in the PDF cheat sheet. And then last but not least is, and I think I maybe said this already, but I'm going to repeat this again because this is the tools of the trade pack, which is going to be wireless headphones, because I will leave the gym if I don't have headphones. Okay, not really, but sometimes I'm like, I can't do this. So I will always have backup corded headphones. I think I have 2 pair in my backpack because sometimes Miss Amanda Glitters forgets hers. And again, vice versa. So I think she usually always has a pair too for me, just in case, but sometimes they get pulled out or whatever. But wireless headphones. Now, I prefer the Apple thingies. I never say it right. The earbuds, whatever. I prefer those just because I've had them forever. They're great. I can talk to Siri and I can tell her to skip the song or reduce the volume or, shuffle. You can do whatever. Siri's a great little assistant, especially when you're working out. So sometimes I'm mid, rep, like I'm like rep 5 out of 12 doing something and I want to change the song because it's not going with the vibe, and I will just say, hey Siri, skip, and then she skips and it's great. So that's why I love those. You have things like the Beats that go over the ears, and then you have like the kind that are like the ones I'm wearing here for the podcast. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I've had those before, the beats that go over your head like this. I think I've had 3 pairs over my lifetime. I personally don't like them because they get sweaty in here. The leather cracks. I've gotten covers for those before, but then you got to wash those, and then that's a whole situation. They're just not my favorite. But again, to each his own. And then also it like dents your hair. So not a fan. But again, you do you, boo boo. Okay, so hopefully you found this gift guide that was created based off of people's struggles with their fitness. All right, we packed them up. I bundled them up according to excuses and problems that people have, that I feel that these things could help. Hopefully you found this helpful. Download the gift guide so that way everything is at your fingertips. Though everything will be linked up. Again, some of these things I do have promo codes for. I would love it if you use them. And then there will be links to everything else. A lot of times you can grab most of the stuff on Amazon. So find that link, download the guide. Let me know what you think. If you're over on Instagram, I would love to know. And if you loved this episode, share it with a fit friend. Give it a thumbs up over on YouTube. And again, post anything in the comments that might help us add to this list and how you found it helpful. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on Boss Bitch Radio. Once again, I will see you on the next episode. Boss